My name is Braulio Gonzales. My cultural background is Mexican American. I'm a photographer and I'm currently looking into going to barber school. The type of photography that I like to do is storytelling. I would define my art as narrative photography. I like doing film photography because it gives me a sense of creation. At least my earliest memories of East Palo Alto was of being in class. My classroom was always very diverse, and there's a lot of, race is still very much an issue, but growing up in East Palo Alto that was very diverse, it really never was. I learned that the stereotypes of other people that didn't look like me weren't real. East Palo Alto shaped me or influenced me a lot because I've always been a person to be connected to the community. I'm always involved, or I try to stay involved in things in the community. Even now that I don't live in East Palo Alto and I live in San Jose, I come back to the community because the community is mine. And because I know, I'm part of the community, and I know young people. Young people define a lot of the work that I do. I believe in youth development of East Palo Alto, especially because a lot of times young people don't have a mentor or don't have a role model to look up to, and I don't think I'm a role model, but I bring insight to what their future could look like because I've been there. I can say that my art has been influenced by East Palo Alto because of the social justice work that I've done with young people. And so being in circles and in spaces like Yucca, it's allowed me to see some of the social injustices that are happening, right, or at least give them terms. And so one of the things that's happening in the community is that East Palo Alto still has a negative rep or still negative stigma about what East Palo Alto is. I use my photography to create a window that outsiders could look into or to see what really happens in East Palo Alto and to challenge those misperceptions. I think East Palo Alto is very special. There's a community member in East Palo Alto now. He says it's a gem, a hidden gem, right? It's a place, it's a hub for people of color. It's very diverse, rich in history. I do photography because stories from East Palo Alto, stories of residents in East Palo Alto need to be told, especially because as people of color, sometimes we don't acknowledge our history. And I feel urgency and responsibility in doing so, or at least teaching people the skills so that they can go out and do it. My need and urgency, my purpose of telling stories and highlighting, sharing people's stories in the community came from my experience in working with Yucca, really. How many young people have, know the stories of their parents or somebody in the community that's going through a hardship, that's succeeding, that's achieving something, they're going through something, but those stories are not being told. If I'm capable of teaching a young person to create media, they can then continue telling the positive story of East Palo Alto. Anybody